everybody. It's just me today. Ashwin is out today, and I didn't plan a co-host. And it's the day before Thanksgiving, so I figure this will probably be a short one. But welcome to the stream. I have chat up on the screen so that I can't miss anything since it's just me. But the Timberwolves win. Timberwolves win a game that they should have won with Joel Embiid sitting out due to rest / some kind of knee issue. I'm not sure. But yes, well, I know your comments are already up on the screen, but I do this anyways. Embiid was afraid. Easy dubs. If you're new here, like the stream. I think tonight, it's probably going to be a short stream, but if we can get to 75 likes, I do have some tickets to give away. But either way, 75 likes and we'll do a giveaway. So, anywho, got some people on the screen, and now people can see who's modded and everything. I think you can see that anyways, but anyways, Timberwolves win. Good game overall. We did let them come back a little bit in the second, the 76ers. But other than that, a pretty dominating game. We are still in first place and we'll continue to be in first place until we lose, because that's how first place works. We're going to do the tier list tonight. We're also going to react to whatever post Timberwolves Brazil puts out. We'll see what that is. But Timberwolves are in first place, only in second. I mean, Timberwolves are what, 11-3 now? And it looks like Oklahoma City's 10-4, Denver's 10-5. I don't know if these have changed tonight. The NBA website doesn't update quickly. But yes, catching up with some chats. Let's see here. Mason, before the stream started, Jim Pete just said if we can win a championship, and I believe him. And let's see. Yes, like the stream. Thank you, Sabrina, or AKA Brittany, apparently to me. If your team is enforced. Polar Bear. Just a quick like before going to bed. It's late in France. Gonna watch the replay tomorrow. Have fun. Thank you. Appreciate the like. Yeah, you guys can watch the VOD too. It'll always be up there. But it is nice to hang out with some people. Not sure if you're gonna like the stream yet. That's fair. That's okay. I like that. Let's see. We were that good. I fell asleep. Yeah. This is a game, I think, again, I kind of said this the last couple games. It's kind of a process, for us Timberwolves fans. We're going to have to get used to being a good team, I have a hard time trusting this team, and I'm thinking every single day, like we were talking about in the Discord before this, I was like, I do not feel comfortable about this game. But I'm open to winning this game comfortably. It's just I'm so scarred. We've been Timberwolves fans for so long. When you see all the comeback victories and just games where you're supposed to win easily and then you lose, it certainly doesn't give me any comfort knowing that that could, I'm not feeling great about it. But yeah, Gobert had a great night, Jared. Yes, Slim getting better every night. And Gerald, yeah, I know. Gerald, I was giving you a hard time, but realistically, you bring up some real things in the Discord. By the way, shout out the Discord. Even though this is a win, there are still things to critique in this game. It was not by any means a perfect game. Obviously that second quarter alone is just a bad quarter of basketball. You can't be just because they turned on the defense a little bit, I keep calling the Phillies for some reason. The 76ers, just because they turned on the defense doesn't mean your offense has to go into complete shambles, and then they're just right back in it. What was it? It got down to a 3-point game after being 15-point lead or something. That can't happen. You can't have that happen. But yeah. Oh, Minnesota. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. This is always going to happen. So Mason, Cat has been operating so differently this year. Actually, I don't even know. Do I need to have chat on the screen? We'll just do this for now. But Cat has been operating so differently this year, going quick every time. Yeah, he has, Mason. And I think I like it. I'm kind of undecided. The reason I say I think I like it instead of I just know I like it is because I think I want more threes. He's just so valuable as a 3-point shooter. And another conversation we were having tonight is okay, well, other teams that just chuck threes, if they're hitting them, they could beat us because they're hitting so many threes. And we have a competent 3-point champion in Karl Anthony Towns. And like, how many did he take tonight? I mean, I feel like he took like none. Yeah, he took 2 3-pointers tonight and he made one of them. I don't know. It just feels like we could utilize him more. At the same time, you need to drive to the basket so that you can open up that 3-point game, so that people respect your like pump fake drive. Um, and then you open up a little space, because if they just know you're going to only shoot threes, you have to have a little space. But I don't know. I think it's good. But and yeah, Jared, I saw this on the broadcast. 10-0 when Cat and Ant both scored 20. Um, was this a good game for both of them? I mean, I feel like it was. They both had pretty decent games. I mean, Ant had a great game. Yeah, this is a pretty good game because we've had a hard time having them both have a good game together. And even when they both scored 20, it's not like that meant that they had a good game, because Towns could have a bunch of bad stuff happen. Ant could have a million turnovers. There's a bunch of different stuff that can happen. But Wally, this is kind of a hot take. Very proud of Shake. He has been better than Jalen Noel in every way. Well, okay, defensively, yes. Shake was very good defensively tonight. He even had a couple where he was like all over the person, and they just made it anyways. But no, he did have really good defense. I'm extremely concerned about his offense. um, it's just concerningly bad. um, we have to have better offense than that. I mean, I know he was being fouled. He had a bunch of and ones tonight, but like his layups were just like they didn't even look close. He's hitting the side of the backboard on layups. I know he's being fouled, but like every time, it's just I don't know. It seemed like a struggle to hit the backboard, but he did make some shots. It wasn't like he did nothing. He was 3 of 7 tonight. But how many free? Yeah, he had 6 free throws, so he did get to the line a bit, which is great. We need that. But Gerald, I think Cat thinks about mismatches more than he should. Maybe they are baiting his drives, hoping he offensive fouls. Yeah, and I mean that's how we won that game the other day. Is that they legitimately were going to try to catch him committing an offensive foul, and then he just went the right way. So like he's showing some poise though in moments that you wouldn't expect him to, or at least you haven't seen previously. So it's kind of nice to see. Jim Pete with some strong words tonight about. Are you talking about Shake? I don't remember what he said. Or are you talking about the collard greens? I don't remember what he was saying. David Peterson. If anyone else remembers, only season like this was the KG Sims pre-season. I was not nearly as much of a fan. I mean, I was also very, very young when that was happening. But, well, I guess I wasn't so young. I think because that was 2004 or 3. So I was like, I mean, I was pretty young. I was like 12, 13, something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a good season. This is a good season. See, Eric, that's the point. It's not hard to be better than Noel. So it's a low bar, but we've made it. Noel is playing for not even China right now. He's playing for literally nobody. I thought the group that closed the game could beat some of our teams. Oh man, that's a sad thought, David. David. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think that's possible. I do think that's possible. Colin, welcome to the stream. The defense is real. I just don't understand why Finch keeps playing our starters when the other team waves the white flag. I mean, I sort of agree with you, but I also sort of am like, we kind of need that. We need to make sure that we win games because we've got the idea now that we can lose leads. So we need to kind of keep them out there to change the narrative just so that we don't feel like every time we take our starters out, we don't. But tonight would have been a good case because not the Phillies, the 76ers were not doing well. But Eric, you're talking about him saying a championship. So Jim Pete today on the broadcast did say the Wolves have the right pieces for a championship. And I've heard some other people say this too, some national guys. We do have depth. We do have a lot of depth, and especially when you think of like bigs, because like I mean Garza did not look good tonight, and as Gerald said in the Discord, he's allergic to the NBA, but the G League he's just like a monster. But yeah, we are deep. I think point guard and shooting is going to be our biggest concerns playoff wise, because we can defend. That is a huge part of getting deep into the playoffs and to a championship. But then you kind of, at the moment, we'd have to rely on Ant being really hot, Cat being really hot, and hoping you can get some offense out of Jaden. And that doesn't feel super comfy. We can do it. We have done it a little bit in the playoffs, but a lot of time Cat gets taken advantage of in the playoffs. Ant is great in the playoffs, so that's good. And to an extent, Jaden's actually been pretty good defensively in the offseason too, or in the playoffs. My goodness. Okay, Sabrina with the stats. Thank you. We jumped to 11-3. OKC is 11-4, and Denver fell to 11-5. Wow. And do we play OKC here sometime soon? Let's see. I think we do, right? We have an in-season tournament against them next week, I believe. Oh, my phone's really slow, but under 100 points for Philly is a big win. That is true. They did have no Joel Embiid, but still, they obviously they have a good offense, and Morris is just a Timberwolves killer always. Maxey, surprised he didn't kill us more. How much did Maxey actually have? Maxey got he only had 16. Wow, nobody scored more than 16 points for them. It was 16 for Maxey, Melton, and Morris. Which, speaking of which, what is Memphis doing? I mean, I said this when they let him go anyways, but why are they letting DeAnthony Melton go? He was a big part of their bench last year. Like, I don't understand that decision, and really any decisions that they're doing right now, which is why their record's so bad. But no, that's a pretty good set. And then Tobias Harris had 15. They had kind of an even team. So yeah, we play OKC next Tuesday. So that could be a really good game. That could be crazy. And Mason, yeah, I would never thought, like, who in their right mind is like, you know what? OKC and Minnesota, the top two teams coming out of the in-season tournament. Just crazy. Whoa, Jarvis, $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, everybody, if you are new to the stream, like the stream, subscribe to the stream. We do this after every game, and usually it's me and Ashwin or me and somebody else, but tonight it's just me. But wow, that's amazing. Jarvis, I will say, don't be surprised if you get a refund because I think our payment system is all borked right now. And I've been trying to gift subs, and whenever I do, they just keep sending my money back. So either they're realizing that it's me, or not. But here, I'm going to try it again. Oh, I can't do it from my phone. We'll see. Either way, I appreciate it. And you're a member. See, the membership, I think the membership works, though, because I became a member and it hasn't refunded me for being a member. So I appreciate it, Jarvis. Jarvis, my goodness. The GOAT so far tonight. That's crazy. Appreciate you. Aston, this is a Christian Wolves stream. That's false advertising. Okay, so it's your birthday, Sabrina. Oh my gosh. Sabrina, I'm just so glad that I'm not calling you Brittany tonight. Yes, happy early birthday. Jarvis, W. Jarvis has Gorilla Nuts. I don't know if I have it pulled up fast enough. Oh gosh. But I can pull it up here. Maybe. This is really slow. I could give him big feet.
We're size 20s. I can't make those up. I can't take those back. So I got big feet.
Yeah, he does have big feet.
From start to finish.
Gorilla Nuts.
There we go. That's for Jarvis. Jarvis has Gorilla Nuts. All right. Well, let's get into the tier list. I think I have that pulled up. Let's do the tier list. I got to share the right screen here. Share. And now. Boom. Wow. This is crazy. Tier list time. Aston says, do we think the Kings are going to fly back to SAC, then fly out here Thanksgiving break? I hope so. That's possible. Also, aren't they off like a 6-game road trip? This is like their 6th game against us or something. I'm okay with that. I'm loving getting an early lead and doing that. June, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. He is out tonight. He's busy. And to be completely honest, I don't know what he's doing. But he's not here. He told me he wasn't going to be here. And I just was like, you know what? YOLO solo show. So that's awesome. Before we get into the tier list, again, just big shout out to Jarvis, new member in the $20 super chat. I super appreciate you. Thank you. And this is something that me and Ashwin do in our free time. We're trying to make it more, but it does cost money to do. So we appreciate anybody that comes a member. Memberships are $2.99. I'm thinking about adding some extra content for members only. Would just be like betting stuff. And maybe some, if we get to the trade deadline, is there some trade speculation? We might have some trade stuff there too. But of course, we'll always talk about some of this stuff online or in our lives as well. So, all right. We can maybe get to that. We can maybe get to that a little bit later tonight. But anyways, tier list, and it's all me tonight, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Also, I need to say this before we do it, because when people watch the VOD, for people that aren't new here, I mean, I know all of you guys are here normally. You guys are all regular, so I get it. But people that watch the VOD and stumble across it and they're like, how could you grade this person this? A1, unforgettably good game. Like, you will never forget it. You're gonna wake up in the middle of a night 3 years from now and be like, wow, I remember this night. Wancho, terrible night. Glenn Taylor, multiple Wanchos in a row. CB is average. So yeah, even some of the players that went off tonight, they may not be getting A. I'm just saying, they may, but they may not. Don't be surprised. But we'll talk about it in the chat as well. So, Ryan Mitchell, are you ever going to have guest speakers come on? Would be awesome to join sometime. Honestly, Ryan, yes. We will be having guest speakers come on. Tonight was just not a night. I just wanted to kind of do this on my own, dictate the show, make sure that I can, if I feel like ending the stream early and playing Call of Duty, I can do that. I could stream Call of Duty, really. I haven't thought about that, but that's not a Wolves thing. But yeah, pound that like button. Yeah, what are we at likes-wise? Because again, if we get to 75 likes, I do have tickets to give away. I do. And looks like we might be at 17. I don't know. I can't tell. This is always like kind of off whenever I check it. So, anywho, actually, I should get my laptop here so that I can double manage the stream here. But let's get into the tier list. It's going to flex. Yeah, I got the AirPod Maxes. Yep, flexing. Where did you said some kind of OnlyFans? Yeah, that's coming next too. Yes, swimming for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm working on merch too. Oh my gosh, we got so much going on. Let's see here. Where am I going? Okay, tier list. Tier list time. Who's up first? Let's do Shake. I mean, I think that makes the most sense. Shake, although Shake played kind of a lot of minutes tonight. So Shake, tonight, he was 3 of 7. He played 20 minutes. Had 12 points, and 5 of those were from the free throw line. He was okay. It wasn't terrible. I feel medium about him. So I'm thinking, I mean, I guess, let me say this. He's better than I expected. Uh-oh, Gerald, is it YouTube safe? Okay, I will check it beforehand. But yeah, let's I think he's better than expected, probably. But there were just such like egregious, I don't know, just like the layups. I'm just getting annoyed by it, and I'm kind of sick of like talking about how disappointed I am about him. I'd rather it be like, wow, this is the Shake that I was hoping for when we traded. And that's not what we've gotten so far. Today was okay. Today was acceptable. Maybe C is that. I think you guys are right. I was actually thinking maybe B, which is kind of crazy. But I think that's okay. He's a C. Who else? Let's move on to. We're not going to do Troy Brown Jr. We're not going to do any of the people that came in at the end of the game. Although Luka Garza did not look good. His best game as a Wolf tonight, Ryan. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay, Aston. This is probably right. Better than expected, better than recent, but he performed along the expectations for what the team is needed. That's probably true. Yeah, Garza was basically Wancho. He airballed a 3. I think he missed a layup too. I don't know. There's just like weird stuff going on with Garza. That was super weird. But we're not going to do any of those guys. Let's do Kyle Anderson. Is it? Oh, see, June, you're kind of remembering some old things. You're not wrong. Is it a B for the win and a C if we lose? That's what we used to kind of do to break ties, but I don't know if this is a tie. I think it's just a C because we've kind of turned it into C is average, but we don't like you, and B is average, but we like you, which isn't fair. but none of this is fair. So we'll see. But anyways, yeah, slow-mo. Sorry, I'm getting off track. I need Ashwin here to reel me in. Kyle Anderson, 3 of 6 tonight. He played 28 minutes, 7 points. Again, he's not really a stats guy, but he had 3 assists, 4 rebounds. This is kind of a Kyle Anderson game. But he, to me, again, felt like normal Kyle Anderson tonight. I didn't hate this, so this is kind of what I expect. I think C. And I think he's kind of moving his way up again. I was getting kind of down on him for a while, but I think he's coming back. This is more of the Kyle that we expect. He did miss a layup attempt from a no look pass from Rudy that he was very upset about Kyle not making. So I thought we were going to see another kiss on the court, but we did not see that. Nick Anderson, slow-mo, C-ish. I think that's probably my attitude. C-ish. But this was a good game. I don't think this was a bad game. We're not going to get that many points from him. We're not going to get that many rebounds. We're just going to get a little bit of everything, and that's exactly what we are. So, yeah. Did he miss free throws? I don't even. Oh, well, he did miss some and ones. Or no, that was not Kyle. Kyle had 0. Am I missing something? Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm missing a comment, I think. Jarvis says level increase for every player on this team who gives effort on par. Like they should win these games. Cat especially. Yeah, you're not wrong. Effort seriously does play a big role in what we should probably have for these players. And it does. I think it does. But yeah. Anyways, a couple bench players. Who else do we got? Oh, Naz Reid. Skip Naz. He took 13 shots tonight. Okay, so they talked about it on the broadcast, but they were like, "Oh yeah, if what was it? If they were telling him to just he was passing up on too many shots, and you could tell they had that conversation with him because he shot everything he got every time he was behind the 3. Okay, so maybe these numbers are wrong. If he had that, let me refresh my page. Let me just double check because this says that he didn't. Yeah, it still says he doesn't have any, so I don't know. But Nas, not amazing. There we go. Nas tonight. Anyways, 13 points, 3 steals, 4 rebounds. This was probably a C Nas game too. Maybe B. It's kind of in between. And this is maybe the situation that June was talking about where it's like, okay, well, 50, it's kind of a 50-50 and we won, so maybe it's a B. But this is it's better than recent. If we're just going off of recent expectations, this is definitely better than what we've seen because he's had a couple stinker games. Even if the scoring was there, it was not good. Somewhere C or B is kind of what I'm thinking, and it looks like chat says B. David says oops B. Jared says B. Nick says B. Sabrina says B. I think it's a B. I think we'll do that. Our first B of the night. I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to have a lot of Bs tonight. But it was better. And I think this is right. It was better than his average. And Aston, yes. 3 steals is huge. That is good. So he was definitely more decisive tonight. Yes. And thank you, Wally. B. Yeah, that's true. I guess I forget about how valuable steals are in fantasy basketball. I need to play fantasy basketball next year. I played fantasy football and I'm too into it. And June, yes, B for 21 minutes. Oops, I hid your comment immediately. So yeah, okay. And I think that was the bench, right? That was pretty much the bench. We had so many people play tonight, but we're gonna get to the starters. Let's start with Bite. Bite only played 22 minutes. Almost all bench players played more minutes than him. He was 2 of 5. He had 5 points. He had 3. He did have 3 steals. We had kind of a lot of steals tonight. He did have 8 assists. But Bite. This is not what we expect. We expect more than this. I don't know. I'm feeling a little low on Bite. Not to say that I don't like Bite. I need to call him Mike Conley. I have to stop. But this is, honestly, it's kind of weird because you can see when we have Nah out there as the point guard, things help. And we played Shake a lot tonight, almost as much. How much did we play Shake? Yeah, we played him just like 2 minutes less than we played Mike Conley, which is, I don't know, kind of weird. But you can see it because like there's just times when the offense doesn't work when he's out there, but there are times when he's out there and it's just perfect. I think I'm still kind of calculating and understanding Mike Conley and bite. But I think he's a C. I can't give him a B tonight with 5 points. Like, that's kind of crazy. But he did only shoot 5 times, and he had a lot of assists. This is more assists than he normally gets. So I think it's a C. Middle of the road C. I still feel better. Again, I've said this last stream and the stream before. It's just like Malik Beasley. Like, I just feel like every shot he's taking is going in. So I always want to see him shooting, which is probably the wrong thing. But yeah. What did Wally say? 8 assists and he isn't D-Lo. Always a B. I mean, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. But I'm not putting him at B. A really good C. I think that's maybe okay. And this is always true. B, leadership. He's always a good leader. And, he's really good. Okay. Next up. Who's the least exciting? Let's do... Well, they're all kind of exciting. I kind of liked every one of these players. Wow. Are these stats accurate? Did Na really only have 7 points? Let's do Na next. Na played 28 minutes. Only took 6 shots. I remember more somehow. Did have 4 personal fouls. Had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 7 points. But he was a team high plus 22. Insane. And, I always say this. He was team high plus 22, and it felt like it. Like, when he's out there, it just feels great. I love having Na out there. He's looking so much better than he did for the first couple games of the season. My goodness, I'm so glad that was just a phase. I was so concerned that he was going to be, like, reverting back to, like, New Orleans Na, or, like, somebody that was, like, borderline getting dropped, was dropped basically. So like, I am excited for this. But yes, you felt the benefit of his 50% shooting. Yeah, I mean, I did. He shot really well tonight. He's making shots when he needs to. Na is kind of the steal of the century, Wally. I do like that. Na was a steal being a part of that trade for sure. And the contract. We were only paying $4 million. Like, this is a good deal. Now, of course, next season it'll be a different story, but it won't matter because we're going to win the NBA Finals this year, and then Ant's going to retire and go to football, as he said with Marco today. But anyways, A or B? I'm seeing a lot of A's, seeing some B's, 6 boards, B. Yeah, Maxey too. Maxey did not play well. Tycoon, welcome back. I don't know. I think it's like a B+. I think it's a B+ for Na. It was a really good game. I really do want to give him A, but I guess I'm just like imagining more. I think I'm remembering back to the last game where he hit a couple threes. But no, I mean, Na just like, maybe he's higher. God, I don't know. I think B's maybe okay. Yeah, it is a really good B, but Na is also SGA's cousin, which is weird. And that'll be a great advantage for next Tuesday. Okay, now to the big 3. Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Edwards. Let's go Rudy Gobert first. So Rudy tonight was 6 of 8 shooting. He had 13 points and 11 rebounds. I thought this was going to be a pretty big game for Rudy coming into the game. I said in the Discord, shout out the Discord, that I thought he might actually get close to like 20 points tonight, because I thought this was going to be a situation where they couldn't handle the size of our team. And we were just going to keep feeding Rudy in the post, and then they just have to keep hacking him. And then he would end up shooting like 15 free throws, but then getting some lobs and getting some rebounds. But it kind of was that, but it wasn't to the full extent. But this was a really good game for Rudy. Just as every game has kind of been. He's 6 of 8 shooting, 13 points, 3 personal fouls, 3 blocks. Borderline could have been more. There was one play where he had like 3 blocks, kind of. But then he definitely had at least 3 blocks. And the 11 rebounds, 3 offensive, which is good. Only thing of concern or feedback for Rudy is that he is struggling. He's being a little bit of a butterfingers. He cannot hold on to the ball. There were like a rebound or two where he was just trying to grab it one-handed and he just lets it go and it's gone. If he could just grab those really like just use 2 hands, then I think he ends up with like 13, 14 rebounds tonight. But this was a good game. Again, though, kind of what we expect. We expect this, so I think a B. And for those of you just joining, B just means we expected this production out of you. And we liked you. C is we expected this out of you and maybe liked you less. Because I'm seeing Kyle down there, and I don't dislike Kyle. I like him. Dre, let's go Wolves. True. Very true. Yes, not always, but sometimes. Yeah, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yes. Ween says any pass to Rudy that is below the knees is going to be a turnover. The guy can't bend over that far. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think B is fair tonight. Next up, let's do Karl Anthony Towns. The big purr. He's got big feet. And he had a lot of fun tonight with Ed Malloy. Ed Malloy is a loser. But anyways, Cat, 9 of 19 tonight. He had 23 points. He was a plus 18. Did have 5 personal fouls, did have 4 turnovers, but also had 11 rebounds. Double-double, kind of like an old Cat performance where he'd get the double-double and a lot of points and a lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls. This is a pretty Cat game. In the beginning, I actually thought he was going to be able to control some of his stray voltage because there was a play right off the bat where he got kind of a bad foul call or it was like an out of bounds or something weird happened. And he just like puts his hands up over his head and you can see him compose himself and he's just like, fine. And I was like, oh, Cat's on today. But he slowly started losing it throughout the game. He did have one behind the back pass or behind the head pass. Which I put that more on Rudy, but that's just more chemistry. Rudy's got to learn that voltage is coming. But no, this was a good game from Cat. I'm seeing some people say A in the chat. I don't know if this is an A. I think this is closer to a B. Maybe even a C. Was it a C? Because like some of these fouls were bad. Not all of them. Some of them were bad. I don't know. I'm sort of in B tier just because this wasn't a bad game. Again, relatively good efficiency. I want more 3-point shots, but he was taking advantage maybe too often of mismatches and getting borderline charges. Oh God, this is difficult. And Dre, you're right. These fouls were at bad times. Like I did not like this. Oh man, I really want to say C, but I don't want to get in trouble with you guys. I think it's in between B or C for me. So I guess I should go with the tiebreaker, which the tiebreaker is, did we win? We won. So I'm going to give him a B- tonight because it was fine. Again, C doesn't mean you had a bad game. It just means it's what we expected. So, and Wally brings up a good point. B, because no Embiid to get a good read on it. Yeah, that could have changed things a lot because if he would have played really good defense on him, obviously that would have been crazy. Also, if he would have fouled out in the first quarter, that would have also been a good read. See, Gerald, this is kind of what I was thinking too, but I'm on the fence. I'm so close. I don't know. If he would have fouled out, it would have been C. I guess maybe that's the silver lining here. We'll see. We'll see. Jarvis, another super sticker. My goodness. Jarvis, in the past, we've dropped 10 of these style games. We know we can rise to the occasion. The maturity of this team gets us seeded for controlled matches, getting us a few rounds in the playoffs. 100%. This team, yeah, we like think of this. I mean, obviously these are just regular season games, and I'll be very curious to see what happens in the in-season tournament, assuming we make it. to the quarterfinals, which we should. But like, how are we going to look in dire situations? I mean, we've looked good in the playoffs. I think even the team that we had constituted in the past against the Memphis team 2 years ago, I think that team was a team we should have won that series. If we would have had just a little bit more experience, that series was ours. We could have won that 4-1. Like, we had so many of those games. So yeah, I think this team, if you get them in a regular playoff series, with home court advantage, especially, I, I don't see this team. I don't see this team losing a 7-game series until deep into the playoffs. So, but anyways, thank you, Jarvis, for your super comment, super sticker. I'm learning all the terminology, but yeah, Cat versus Embiid would have been fun, Dre. I would like that, but all right. And yes, Joel didn't want smoke. Who do we got left? Just Anthony Edwards. 35 minutes, almost 36. 11 of 22. He was 50% shooting and 5 of 9 from 3. We love it when Ant is on from 3. That is nice. Got to the line a couple times. 31 points. Team second high, plus 19. Only 2 fouls, only 2 turnovers, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. This is a pretty dang good game from Ant, and it felt like it. We've needed a game like this from Ant because he's been able to produce and he's getting numbers, but like we haven't had like a true really good game from Anthony Edwards. And I'm not saying this is like the best, but this was a good game. I think this was a really good game. Certainly not A1, but it was a very, very good game. Anytime your star player is going 50% from the field and they've taken over 20 shots, that's a good game. So, True Bev, talking smack on his podcast. Yeah, Bev. Yeah, that's not good. Great game. Will I think about this in 3 years? No, exactly. Yeah, this is not A1. Sabrina says A. Aston says, okay, maybe a B, but just because it's Ant. Nothing exciting. Just nice to get the win. Kermit stomped Philly. Yeah, I think almost a plus 20 and it's an A, and it's a win, it's an A. I think I'm borderline B or A, just because this is somewhat what we expect. But I'd say it's a little bit better than we expect. We got a dunk, which is always big in my mind. June says, I think it's a because win and strong 31-6-6-6, or not 6-6-6, 31-6-6 in 35 minutes. It might be A. It might be an A because it's breaking that same tie that I did between Towns and B and C. So between B and A for me, I think it's an A. It's an A tonight. Wow. Well, that's cool. Now I'm a little scared to see this. But Timberwolves Brazil, it's time to see whatever they posted. I have to make sure this is stream friendly though, because you can't. Oh my. I mean, this is Jesus. I don't like this. But I think we're gonna show it anyways. Okay. Let's share this one instead. Okay. This is what Timberwolves Brazil posted today. This is our new segment of the show. Is this the one? I didn't even look further because I know they sometimes post multiple ones, but this is yeah, this is interesting. Timberwolves Brazil. Let's go back to that dog, the wolf eating itself or something. Like this is too much. I don't like this one at all. I don't like that one. Oh man. Hopefully that was the one, because I don't want to see another one. Yikes. Jarvis, A for culture. This team expects to win and is clearly coached to hide its flaws in transition. Yeah, why can't we be a fun transition team? I will say Ant just knows when to do this. He, like somebody said it on Twitter. Who said it on Twitter? I think it was Wolves Talk 32. I could be wrong. Let's see. Wolves Talk 32. Is that what their name is? I don't even know. They said Anthony Edwards is the greatest momentum shooter this league has ever seen. He does, like, he has these plays where he just pulls up from 3 after like a huge block or a turnover and he just makes it. Those plays are just great. What did you say? Let's see. Ant is starting the ascent to a 2-way 3-level player. I like that. What else do we got here? Edwards. Yeah, and Mason, sorry. Timberwolves Brazil is unhinged. It's crazy. Edwards is on pace for 40 points, but he didn't play much in the fourth. Yeah, but he did play like 35, 36 minutes. So he could have, I mean, he probably would have got 40 if he would have stayed in the whole fourth quarter, but yeah. I still wish Finch called a timeout when we cut the lead to 9. When our lead cut to 9. Yeah. Finch's timeout usage is always weird. I don't love it. Wolves are back. Ant-Man is him. Why not put the tier list? Why not on the tier list to put Chris Finch? Yeah, Chris Finch, we need to add to the tier list. The tier list is just awkward. You have to like go through, and once you've done it, you have to like redo everything. You can't just like add one more thing. I don't know. I'll talk to Ashman about it. He made this one. Maybe there is a way to do it, but let's see. Didn't Ant sit a lot in the second too? Yes, the second was weird. We had like nobody in for kind of a long time, an uncomfortable amount of time. Flinch I don't know what that is. It's some kind of emoji that I can't tell. Took Nurse back to England. Nurse and Finchy are friends. Ant shooting form is so smooth and so nice. Yes, it is. Welcome to the stream, Kenny. Yeah, I know. I was like, black flag, red flag. I can't tell what it means. Well, we're only at 21 likes, so we can't do a giveaway. And it's time to play Call of Duty. No, we're not going to play Call of Duty on stream. I could go over to my Twitch, formerly built from day one. But I think I am going to play Call of Duty, and I'm not going to stream anymore. However, if you're still watching the VOD or if you're still here live, we will be back here on Friday night. We will likely do a giveaway. Again, we might have to get to a certain amount of likes, but I do have some more tickets for a game next week, for the Jazz game, actually. And I think I'm going to try to get some more tickets for some more games coming up. Maybe even a bunch for the Jazz game. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we play against the Kings on Friday. That'll be a good game. Then we play the lowly Memphis Grizzlies on Sunday. Then we play an IST game. Actually, the IST game is the Kings. And we play another IST game against the Thunder. Wow. Crazy. Play Diablo 4. Diablo 4. I can't get into Diablo. I didn't buy it, but I've watched it, and I just am not like a fan. I'm not. As tradition, yes, 52 wins. Thanks for getting on. Oh, thanks for getting on camera, and happy Thanksgiving. Same to you all. I appreciate you all. Especially on YouTube. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. You know, we're trying to make this show good and as best as we can from our homes. It is our time. Happy Thanksgiving. Trap game on Sunday. That is a for sure trap game. We got to win though. I think we'll win. It's Memphis. We always play to Memphis. So, and unpopular opinion, Nas isn't picking up on playing with his backcourt fast enough. You know, we did get to see a little bit of Nas's like borderline travel move tonight a couple times. So that was cool. But awesome. Well, hope everyone's turkey is tender and juicy and not dry. Yeah, maybe 74 wins is possible. It is mathematically possible. So that's exciting. I like that. Anyways, I think that's where we're gonna end it tonight. I think. But it was fun hanging out with everybody. You know, 52 wins is still possible. And intro as the outro. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? No, I think Ashwin might be back Friday. We'll see. If not, I'll still be here. And like I said, giveaway likely on Friday, but we'll see. All right. It was great to see you all. Intro as the outro. We'll see you Friday night.